The Hurricanes have just dropped the official squad for the 2026 Super Rugby Pacific season, and what we're seeing isn't just another lineup announcement. It's a bold statement about where this team is heading this year. With returning superstars, serious new signings, and a deep pool of talent waiting in the wings, this squad might be one of the most intriguing Hurricanes lists in years. Imagine Jordie Barrett, fresh from winning silverware overseas, stepping back into the Hurricanes turf, ready to hit the ground running. After a year with the Irish Giants Leinster, where he added a United Rugby Championship title to his resume, Barrett isn't just a name on a list. He's a genuine game changer with world-class experience. His return injects a level of unpredictability and potency into the midfield that can turn matches on their head. But before we even get into that, it's worth pausing on just how rare it is to see a Hurricane squad blend experience and fresh energy the way this group does. There are 33 players retained from last season's core group, showing continuity and trust in what's already there, while 6 players either return or join a club with something to prove. That mix of stability and potential surprise packages gives the Hurricanes team the kind of depth we'll have to prepare for on every level. One of the headline grabbers is undoubtedly Warner Durns. At just 23 years old, Durns isn't your average new signing. He's a towering lock who has already captained Japan at international level and clinched back-to-back titles in the Japan Rugby League 1 with the Toshiba Braveheart Lupus. That kind of leadership and physical presence in the engine room is rare, especially from someone still so early in their career. Bringing Durns into the Hurricanes forward pack doesn't just add size and athleticism, it reshapes how the Hurricanes might control collisions and lineouts in 2026. Then there's Josh Morby, another case where experience abroad has sharpened his game. After a season in France with Montpellier, playing against some of the Europeans' toughest defences, he's back into Wellington on a 2-year deal. Morby is the kind of player with the gas to burn and the ability to change territory in a heartbeat. In his earlier stint with the Hurricanes, he racked up tries at an impressive rate, and the club clearly sees his improved skill set and maturity as a key asset ahead of the next season. The Hurricanes' backline suddenly looks deeper and more threatening when you factor in players like Ruben Love, who has had international experience and speed to burn, and the youthful yet composed Cam Roigard running things at halfback. Add in reliable finishers like Fine Enangogafo and Kenny Naholo, and the club isn't just bolstering its firepower, it's preparing for the matches where the opposition won't know where the next spark is coming from. What makes the squad announcement even more compelling is how it accounts for real uncertainties. Harry Godfrey, a talented first 5, is named in the squad but is set to miss the rest of the season due to significant injury. That could leave a massive hole, but the Hurricanes acted decisively, bringing in an experienced cover like Lucas Cashmore, who has had Super Rugby experience and has been showing real form in the NPC. That kind of quick thinking from the management speaks volumes about how seriously the team is planning for 2026. And for all the big names and marquee signings, the Hurricanes haven't forgotten where they come from or how they built their success in the past. A 12-man wider training group has been confirmed, essentially a reserve of incredibly promising talent. Players like Will Cole, Logan Wallace, and Jai Tamaiti are on the brink of stepping up from age-grade rugby into the professional spotlight. Some of these players have already represented national under-20 sides and have the skill and physical tools to make real contributions when pressure hits. It's this broader picture that really gets you thinking about the Hurricanes' future trajectory. When you look past just the 23 names in the main squad and see the talent bubbling up behind them, you start to realise the Hurricanes are building something that isn't just about next year. It's about the next chapter of the franchise. And that's exactly what head coach Clark Laidlaw is banking on. He's been clear that cohesion, collective resilience, and strategic continuity are going to be vital in taking this group from being competitive to being a consistently threatening force in the Super Rugby Pacific Championship. Laidlaw hasn't been quiet about how critical it is to create a culture where players returning from international duty, provincial competitions, or overseas contracts can slide seamlessly back into the Hurricanes' way of playing. He's talked about the importance of process behind the scenes, from reigniting players into training systems to fostering unity that becomes evident on game day. That's not a small detail. Creating that kind of environment can be the difference between a team with flashes of brilliance and a team that delivers week in, week out. Behind the scenes, the coaching staff also picked up a familiar face with the return of Jason Holland. Holland's history with the Hurricanes spans years, first as assistant coach, then as head coach, and includes recent experience with the All Blacks setup. His return adds another layer of strategic depth, a tactical insight, especially in guiding the attackers and forwards in tighter phases of play. His voice in the training paddock and matchday sideline will be something both players and fans will watch closely, especially given how often seasoned coaching minds can turn close games into wins. Beyond the stars and returning heroes, there's something quietly exciting about the role players who have been retained. Guys like Tyrell Nomax and Tavita Mafilior in the front row, or Devin Flanders and Braden Losse in the loose forwards. Might not make the headlines every week, but they're the kind of reliable performers coaches can lean on when the going gets tough. Their presence ensures that when injuries happen or form fluctuates, the Hurricanes still have a foundation of experience and capability to fall back on. Looking at the midfield beyond the headline grabbing of Jordie Barrett, there's real competition for spots. Riley Higgins and Baylin Sullivan have shown real maturity and adaptability, while Josh Timu brings a wealth of experience across Super Rugby and NPC that makes him a versatile threat. Players like Billy Proctor and Joan Rover round out a midfield group that can mix crafty backline plays with direct running, something modern Super Rugby defences have to respect. And it's not just about who's on the roster, it's about who can be used together. The Hurricanes have options on almost every position, and that's the kind of luxury teams crave. Want to play a bruising forward-dominated game? They've got the personnel. Want to open things up with a faster backline and tactical kicking game? They've got that too. Opponents in 2026 are going to have to prepare for multiple Hurricane styles depending on the week and the conditions. What makes this particularly fascinating is that the Hurricanes aren't resting on names and resumes. The Wai'di training group, made up of some of the country's most promising young players, positions that franchises have to adapt to and evolve mid-season if needed. Whether it's a long-term injury or a breakout star emerging halfway through the campaign, there's a plan in place. That's strategic depth, something every top team must have to handle a long, brutally competitive season. So when you pull back and look at the Hurricanes 2026 squad, it's not just a list of players. It's a narrative of continuity, calculated reinvestment, bold signings, and future-focused development. It's about blending experience with hunger, tactics with raw power, and leadership with rising ambition. Every player from the seasoned All Blacks to the young guns has a role to play in what could be a season full of real surprises. If 2025 showed anything, it's that the Hurricanes can be quite unpredictable in the best way, capable of dazzling rugby one week and clinical defensive grit the next. With the 2026 squad now set, the stage is perfectly positioned for them to be a team of contenders and respect in others. Expect fireworks, adaptability, and plenty of moments that have fans on the edge of their seats. Ever wanted to create your own rugby highlights channel just like this one? With my course, the YouTube Creator Toolkit, I show you exactly how I do it, from the tools I use to the templates I built. You get everything. Just copy, paste, and start creating. Learn how to grow your channel, keep viewers hooked, and turn views into income. Click the link in the description below to learn more and start your channel today. Now back to the video. Thanks for watching, guys, and if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace!